I'm going to answer the following question for you. Why and when should I scrape a website? In this part of the lecture, I'm going to give you some key points to think about before starting to go on a scraping project. I know you probably don't want to see slider videos, but this will lay the foundation for your scraping knowledge. So let's start. Okay, before you start to create a scraper for a website, here's what you need to ask yourself. What data do I need from that website? Do they have an API? If yes, do they provide me all the info that I need? Do they have limitations that will stall your results? Do I have to pay money in order to send a request to their server? If you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you cannot benefit from an official API because of any of the reason above, or the specific website doesn't even have an API, then you can start thinking about creating a scraper. What we just did in the previous lecture, where we wrote a simple Internet Movie Database scraper in less than 10 minutes, is a perfect example. IMDb doesn't have an official API available to the public, and because of that, we relied on scraping. Of course, the scraper that we wrote in those 10 minutes is very basic, but it shows you the potential and the power of scraping with Node.js. And to give you a heads up, we will explore the IMDb scraper and write other more complex scrapers later on. Here I want to touch on a very important subject: when to scrape a website. And please pay attention to this. Web scraping is not always a white hat solution, neither a black one. It is somewhere in the middle. What I mean by that is that web scraping is not illegal, but it can get you in a tough position when you do not respect someone else's website or company. Before you are attempting to scrape a website, you must look for their terms of service page and check out if they have or don't have something related to scraping data from their website. If you find something about it, it's probably because they don't want you to do that. If you don't find it, then it means they probably don't care if you scrape their website or not. Either way, even if they write it on their terms of service or not, and you still want to get access and the green light to start scraping for any reason, please contact them and ask for written permission. You don't want to put yourself in a vulnerable position where they can start taking legal action against what you're doing. Be smart and stay out of trouble. For all of you that you are saying that this is ridiculous and why would they come after me for a simple scraper, just think about this. You are basically extracting data that you want and use their data and their bandwidth for your own profit. Also, I will leave a link of a case where LinkedIn took legal action against people who anonymously scraped their website to back off the things I've said previously. Also, here are a few tips for you and advice before you choose to start scraping. First off, again, respect other people's and companies' websites' data. Secondly, use their official APIs where it is possible. Third, don't spam their website with disrespectful amount of requests. If you plan to monetize, sell scraped data, go to production with your code in a serious manner, please seek legal advice to make sure that what you're doing is completely legal. Okay, thank you for watching. This would be it for the why and when of scraping. I hope that this did not scare you, because it should not, as long as you are taking this seriously and doing what's right. Let's take a small break and I will see you in the next lecture.